Jillian Cardarelli started singing in church at the age of 4. She has since topped Rolling Stone's list of top 10 new country artists that you need to know, with hits like Souvenirs and I'd Never Do This. Her song, If I Could Talk to Elvis, was the #1 fan-voted video on CMT. She's got a new album that was released just Friday. It's called Can't Help Falling in Love. And she's going to be performing this month at Elvis Week at Graceland. Pretty big deal. Please welcome the very talented Jillian Cardarelli. Thanks, Jillian, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I love the fact that you are from Massachusetts, but you got into country music at a young age, which, let's just face it, that's probably not the #1 genre of music in Massachusetts.
It's not. It's definitely not. My grandfather was stationed in Georgia during World War II. He brought his love of country music back home to me. So that's what I grew up listening to every weekend at their house. And I just fell in love with the songwriting and the storytelling.
And you love Elvis. And,
I love Elvis.
You know, I think it's so cool because you're going to do a song for us tonight about Elvis. And then performing at Graceland, that's got to be one of the coolest things that a performer gets to do.
Absolutely. Elvis Week, for those of you who don't know, it's like Super Bowl week for Elvis fans.
Yeah.
And I've been there as a fan many times, so now to be there as a performer is just such an honor. And I wrote this song from the fans' perspective for the fans, so I'm really excited to sing that.
They will love the song because I've heard it, and it's going to be a fan favorite in Elvis Week.
Thank you.
So expect to be mobbed, and I think everyone who's watching us now, if they're Elvis fans, they should download the song like I have done, and want to make sure that they listen to it. The words are fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Jillian, there's something else that's near and dear to your heart. You and your husband are very active in Tunnels to Towers. And I love that organization. It's one of the finest, most efficient there is to help our veterans and first responders. Why did you care so much about that organization?
Absolutely. So my cousin, my mom's cousin, was Captain Uganowski, the American Airlines pilot of Flight 11. So it was the first plane to hit the towers on 9/11. And he left behind a wife and 3 girls. So it's something that really affected our family. And Tunnel to Towers was started in honor of Stephen Siller, who was a firefighter on 9/11. He had just got done his night tour with Squad 1 in Brooklyn, meeting his brothers to play golf, and heard on the radio that the towers were hit, drove to the mouth of the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, and it was closed. Got out of his truck, strapped 60 pounds of gear on his back, and ran from the tunnel to the towers, where he died saving others. And the family started this foundation that pays off the mortgages for fallen first responders, active duty military members, and they build smart homes for catastrophically injured veterans. And their latest initiative is building veterans villages all over the country to take care of our homeless vets.
Ever since Frank Stiller was on our show, and I fell in love with the organization, I have it drafted out of my account, $11 a month. I've been doing it for, I guess, 4 or 5 years, and I will continue to do it because I don't know of anyone who does a better job of really helping our first responders. Jillian, it's a joy to have you with us. And
Thank you.
You know what we're most excited about? You're going to sing for us.
Yes.
We're going to do some Elvis stuff, right?
That's right.
All right. Keith, while we get ready to salute Elvis, I'm going to thank you very much. Why don't you tell our viewers how they can hear more of Jillian Cardarelli?
Well, just go to Huckabee.tv for links to our website, tickets for the Elvis Week shows at Graceland, and to see an exclusive digital performance of I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Now, singing If I Could Talk to Elvis with Trey Corley and the Music City Connection and Mike on bass, here's Jillian Cardarelli.
If I could talk to Elvis, I hope he'd have all day. I'd ask him all about Memphis and that Vegas stage. How'd it feel when he bought his mom with that pink Cadillac, coming from the barefoot start of a Mississippi shack? I'd make sure he knows at Graceland people visit every day. How is it that I miss somebody that I've never met? The years go by, but none of us forget. He felt like a friend to me, and that's just what I tell him. If I could talk to Elvis, I tell him the world remembers every song he sang, and that we all really love him, and not just know his name. He changed a generation with one swing of his hips. We dream a little bigger 'cause of what he had to give. Only the good die young, they say, but I wish he would have stayed. How is it that I miss somebody that I've never met? The years go by, but none of us forget. He felt like a friend to me, and that's just what I tell him. If I could talk to Elvis, what was it like when you got to those gates? Bet you were asked to sing for all the saints. How is it that I miss somebody that I've never met? The years go by, but none of us forget. He felt like a friend to me, and there's so much I would tell him. I wouldn't be me without him. Yeah, I would thank him if I could talk to Elvis.
If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I hope you will now. The button is just below this video, and there's a little bell next to it. If you click on those, YouTube will reluctantly start letting you know when we've got a new video uploaded.